Good morning, Card Media. It's RJ, and it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. Hooray! Loud cheers, applause, fireworks going on, people doing the wave, mass hysteria, rioting in the street, and just an all-out great time. So let's get to it, all right? I had 3 great questions last week. We're going to give away 3 great prizes today, and we'll have more of the same starting tomorrow. So check that out, all right? So on Monday, I was showing off some old star cards from Mike Schmidt and had an extra pack of cards to give away as a prize. This 15 card set featuring Mike Schmidt from 1983 star cards. I used to think these were really expensive, like $50 for a pack, but no. That time has come and gone, and they're very inexpensive to get. So this is a nice prize for somebody. And since it was the 1983 star card, I said, okay, in 1983, who were the 2 rookies of the year in that year, 1983? Well, the answer for the American League, it was White Sox outfielder Ron Kittle, who, if you take a look at the back of his card, had a 35 home run, 100 RBI season. Now, he only batted .254. That's why most people don't remember Ron Kittle. All power, no average, like a Dave Kingman kind of a guy. But Ron Kittle got it in the American League, while Darryl Strawberry got it in the National League. Obviously, Darryl in the Mets. He had 26 home runs with 74 RBIs, batted .257. He stole a couple bases, too. Stole 19 bases, almost got a 2020 season there. I think he got some later on, but Darryl Strawberry won it in the National League. All right, so that was the question, the answer, and those are the prizes. So these are the individuals who got it correct. Jason Worrell is an individual who's thrown out a couple guesses. I don't know if Jason has a channel. So Jason, if you're listening and you have a YouTube channel, I like to put people's names up here by their YouTube listing so that everybody can go and watch and enjoy their channel. So if you want to email me, let me know if you've got a YouTube channel we can highlight. I'd greatly appreciate that. So here we go. On my channel, we'll shuffle the picker wheel once and spin. You must hit 3 times in order to win, because I don't have a lot of people throwing out guesses, and I like to spread out the suspense a little bit more. So you got to hit 3 times. Good luck to everybody. Here we go. Just today's Sunday, just yesterday, I was at the Philly Show, something I do more often now, because I'm hanging out with some of the great YouTubers online. I got to know a couple of them who live locally, and I always meet up with Boom Slang. This time we didn't really film any content for our channels during the Philly Show. It's hard to do that, and I always look at there's 1 or 2 guys always walking around with their phones or a camera filming this or that. I always think that looks kind of silly, but at the same time, hey, that's what we do, isn't it? But I did have a lot of time with Boom at the Philly Show. Tommy Warkel's got 2 hits here. Was able to run into another fellow YouTuber that I'm a big fan of because he's a Philly guy. And that was man over the hot corner, Mike over the hot corner. And it was funny. Every time I introduce him, I said, "Hey," I grabbed Boom and say, "Hey, I don't know if you guys know a guy named Mike from the hot corner. Does a lot of TTM, which is what Mike's mostly known for." But he there's Tommy Marco, 1, 2, 3, boom. All right, so congrats to Tommy Markwell. Tommy, you're going to be sent out this Mike Schmidt 1983 star set, so congrats on that. So on Wednesday, when we had Wednesday's question, I was showing off a card from Mark Whitten, who at the time was on the Cardinals. And, well, I shouldn't say, when he was with the Cardinals, he had the distinction. I'm not sure if it says anything about this on the back of this. This is his 92 Stadium Club, I believe, and Mark's 1992 Stadium Club card. He's with the Indians now. But one time with the Cardinals, he hit 12 RBIs in 1 game, which is still the record. However, that record was shared by another individual, also a Cardinal, Who was that? Some guy named Jim Bottomley. They called him Sonny Jim. Sonny Jim Bottomley. And actually says this on the back. This is his 2003 Topps Gallery Hall of Fame card. Nicknamed Sonny Jim, drove in 12 in a game for St. Louis in 1924. So Jim Bottomley was the answer to that question. The prize, another Cardinal card for you, this fantastic Willie McGee Pacific Crown collection. But I also throw in a nice, awesome Barry Bonds of the same set. So the Barry Bonds as your prize, if you want to consider it that way. The Willie McGee is the toss-in, but I think those are some cool cards from an unknown and unrecognized set, the Pacific Cards of the day. So, similar to moving on here, we're going to move on to Wednesday's thing. Tommy Mark, while you are out, you can only win once a week on my channel. Everybody else here was kind enough to submit a guess for that one. And we will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody on that. So yeah, I ran. I was talking, hung out with the hot corner for a while. Mike over the hot corner, and every time I was introduced, for whatever reason, I thought he was a guy named Walk and Balk, only because Walk and Balk is also a Philly guy, a guy who's a big Phillies fan. Oh, Collector 65 JW is going to get 3 in a row here. Anyway, Walk and Balk, no, see, there we go again. No, Mike over the hot corner, he told me that I had won a prize in one of his contests. I did. 65 Card Collector 65 JW just hit 3 in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Nobody else even got a shot. That does happen sometimes. Nothing I can do about the picker wheel and its infinite wisdom. So, Card Collector 65 JW, I think I have your mailing address. But if you get a chance, email me just to make sure. And I will send off these 2 fine Pacific Crown collection cards to your attention, sir. All right. Lastly, on Friday, the prize is these 4 cards from Topps Big League defensive wizard cards. Got Harper, Didi DeGregorius, Paul DeJong, and Scott Kingery. They were the defensive wizard cards included in Big League back in 2020. So you do have the Harper there. So those 4 defensive wizard cards went out to the individual who could not guess, but tell me the answer to this trivia question. Who were the Gold Glove winners in the National League this year? So I will show that off. They're in order from pitcher to right fielder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. Max Fried from the Atlanta Braves pulled down the honor as a pitcher. Hooray. JT Realmuto, the best catcher in baseball for the Phillies he plays. Hello. He got it for catcher. Christian Walker of the Diamondbacks at first base. Brendan Rodgers of the Rockies at second. Nolan Arenado, the perennial Gold Glove Award winner for the Cardinals. He is probably going to usurp Mike Schmidt's collection at 10. I don't know if he'll ever get to Brooks Robinson 16, but you never know. Dansby Swanson at shortstop. Ian Happ in left field. Trent Grisham in center. Mookie Betts again in right. Now there is another category that they instituted this year for the first time ever. They gave out a Gold Glove to a utility player, which I think my original thought at the time was like, well, that's just wrong. I mean, utility player, Gold Glove, what are you doing? But the more I thought about it, I think I like it a lot, because you do have those players, the utility players, who get no recognition of any kind. They're rarely all-stars. They're almost never win a title of any kind because they're a utility player. They're never going to get enough at-bats to lead the league in home runs or average or anything else. So they're almost always overlooked. But one of the reasons they are utility men is because they're good defensive players. So I think it was a good idea. Now, the person who won it was Brendan Donovan. Now, unfortunately, Brendan Donovan was a rookie, and I do not have any of his. I don't have any of his cards at all. Not one. The guy has less than 100 cards right now, and most of his cards, this year at least, they would have come out in update, and I did not buy any update packs, so I don't have any update product this year to show off to you, and I don't have any Brendan Donovan cards. But he was the other guy. So that is the answer to that trivia question. Those are the prizes. These are the individuals here who were kind enough to throw a guess my way. Card Collector 65JW, you are out. And Tommy Markle, you are out. You both cannot win more than once on my channel in a week. So these are the other individuals here who were kind enough to throw out a guess for this one. And again, we will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. So yeah, Mike was telling me that he got I actually won a prize on one of his giveaways. Had to look it up. I was able to give him my contact information. Like Boom, he lives fairly close to me, so maybe we'll hook up at some future shows. Check out Mike's channel over at the Hot Corner. See what kind of TTM he's doing these days, all right? I was able to pick up a lot of cool things. I was able to pick up another card, an older card for a set I'm working on, so I'll be showing that off next week. And I got a whole bunch of Fleer, of the little Fleer box sets from a guy out there. So that was a really exciting pickup for me because I do love those sets so much. And he had a whole table full, and I was able to snag a whole bunch of those that I needed. There's still a lot more to go. Again, my mission literally is to get every single box set ever produced, which sounds a little silly, but you know, it's doable. They're not very expensive, and I would say, hey, for $5 you can get 15 to 20 Hall of Fame players if you're lucky. So why not do that? Why not spend that money on a little box set? You get almost no money, incredible Hall of Famers. It's a great win-win, I think. So anyway, I'll be showing that off next week. Also got picked up a couple more Phillies yearbooks. I'm trying to put together all of the Phillies yearbooks ever made. So got a lot of people here with two. Got a lot of people here with two. What we got here? Yeah. So there's 4 people now. They all got 2. Celtic Pride, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Keith. Jimmy McCarty, Lisa Z, and God is Great. That's Ken. So I wonder if one of these guys will hit to win it. We'll find out. Maybe spread the wealth. I'm trying to spread the wealth around a little bit. There you go. Somebody else get a hit. Baseball cards. Bears baseball cards. Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to get all the Phillies yearbooks. I think their first yearbook was like 46 or 43. And of course, Bears hits 2 times in a row. I might have to try to pick it. I'm going to have to start using a different picking system because this thing, it used to be pretty good. It used to be really random, but it seems to be hitting the same one all the time. Anyway, I think the Phillies have been putting out yearbooks since about Jimmy McCarty. That's 3. Oh, there it is. Since about 43. Anyway, Jimmy McCarty snags the Big League Defensive Wizards grouping of cards. That is 3 for you, sir. So congrats on that. I know I have your contact information. So there you have it, everybody. My little trivia recap for the week. Come back again next week. There'll be some great trivia questions and prizes given away. And I'll be showing off, like I said, a lot of the pickups I made at the Philly show. Won't be another Philly show till March. But, you know, everybody is probably going to be wrapping up their year this year, putting out a lot of videos about how they did on their goals, setting goals for next year, talk about Hall of Fame elections because that happens in January. So we got a lot of things going on in the winter, and there's a lot of people out there also who are doing other sports other than baseball. So there's always something to watch out for. So let's keep this great card community going, all right? I want to say thank you for everybody for watching. Please consider like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I appreciate all your support as I try my best to support everybody else's channel. Do my best. Don't always do too great, but, you know, time's busy with all of us, but we do what we can, all right? Again, thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hope to see you all again this coming week for more stuff. Thanks a lot, and take care.